Don't plan your first trip to Walt Disney World without watching this video first. Hi, I'm Stephanie, and I've been to Walt Disney World 15 times, all within the last 9 years. And here are the 5 biggest mistakes I see families make when they're planning their first trip. Mistake number 1 is not researching the time of year that you're planning to go. And I get it, you have to work around work schedules and school schedules, sports schedules, and all of those things. But make sure you research. That way you're prepared for the crowd levels, weather, any special events that are going on like cheerleading competitions, Run Disney events. All those things can affect park levels, transportation, especially in the mornings of the long Run Disney runs. I've had families come to me and think that September is going to be mild for temperatures. And I have to break the news that September is still so extremely hot. I'm talking like scorching on the surface of the sun hot. However, they wanted lower crowd levels and to experience Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party. So September did end up being the best time for them to go. Even if you're locked into a certain time of year that is the only time that you can go, research ahead of time. I'm serious, it will make all the difference. A prepared traveler has a better experience than an unprepared traveler. And if you're unsure of when you want to go, I have a free PDF linked below that goes through month by month what the crowd levels typically are, the weather, and what special events are happening. Go grab it, it's super helpful. Mistake number 2 is underestimating how insanely large Walt Disney World is. Walt Disney World is over 25,000 acres, roughly the size of San Francisco. It's huge, and I know what you're thinking, all of that is not developed land. But what is developed is a lot. And when I tell you you're going to be walking a lot, I mean it. I'm talking 4,000 steps before you even make it into the park in the morning. Depending on where your resort room is located, you could be at quite a distance from your resort transportation stop. Once you get there and onto the bus, you'll be dropped off at the bus or the other transportation's locations, and then you have to go through security and into the park. I mean it when I say you'll probably get 4,000 steps before you even start your day. Then add in walking all around the park and you will hit 20,000 steps easily in a day. That is tiring. Then you add in the Florida heat, humidity, the crowds, everything going on around you. It is overwhelming. So do not underestimate how large Walt Disney is, how much walking you're going to do, and how tiring it may be. And we'll touch base on this in mistake number 4. Mistake number 3 is setting unrealistic expectations. I just told you that Walt Disney World is humongous and it has over 87 rides and attractions. You will not get everything done in one trip. Trust me, you won't. I've been over 15 times, like I said, and I still haven't done everything. Here's my tip here, is to pick 3 or 4 absolute must-dos for every day of your trip. I'm talking things that if you get home and you didn't do, you would be devastated. You would feel that you didn't get your money's worth. Those are the things that you're going to want to focus on, try to do first, or make a good plan for. If you're a type B planner, it doesn't have to be a step-by-step plan for the day. Just a general idea how you're going to tackle and accomplish those 3 to 4 things. There's things that you cannot control in Walt Disney World. The weather, if a ride breaks down, all of those things can affect how much you can get done in a day. If you set those expectations to only get 3 or 4 things done, once you do those, you will be satisfied. Do I think you'll get more than 3 or 4 things done in a day? Absolutely you will. Unless you sleep all day, you will for sure do more than 3 or 4 things in a day. But setting that expectation that these are the most important things to you and that those you will for sure get done will just make your day better. If you have a laundry list of things that you want to do every day and you don't even scratch the surface of that list, you'll be disappointed, you'll end up being grumpy in the day. Just set realistic expectations and start adding to that list. Once you do the 3 or 4 things, add your 5th thing. Okay, now my must-do is this. Now we talked about how big Walt Disney World is, how many attractions there are to do. This brings us to mistake number 4, which is not planning any rest days. I know you're spending all of this money to go, and I'm telling you to do nothing all day. Yes and no. Please don't do anything all day. There's so many things to do outside of the park. I'm just telling you, plan a day to not get up for rope drop. Plan a day to swim in the pool, because if there's one thing I can tell you is your kid, no matter if you have a pool in your backyard right now, when they see the resort pool, they will want to swim. Please let your kids swim at Walt Disney World. The pools are so much fun. Please let them, and plan a rest day so that you can spend time doing that. Now, if you don't want to spend all day lounging by the pool, there are plenty of other things to do. In fact, the best food can be found at Disney Springs, and the largest Disney store is at Disney Springs. So spend the morning in the pool, go to Disney Springs, have lunch or dinner, and this brings us right into mistake number 5. Mistake number 5 is not taking advantage of all the included perks you get by staying at a Walt Disney World resort. Did you know you get a free round of mini golf by staying at a Walt Disney World resort? There are 2 mini golf locations in Walt Disney World, each having 2 courses. There's Winter Summerland, that's by Blizzard Beach, and then Fantasia Gardens, which is over by Disney's Boardwalk Resort, the Swan and Dolphin Resort. They're obviously themed to Disney, and it's a good way of still getting that Disney feeling without spending money to go into the parks. There's so many things to do right at your resort, including movies under the stars, roasting marshmallows. Check out the resort's activity board by the main pool or ask the front desk. The other big one is the free Disney transportation. So during your rest day, once you're done at the pool, hop on one of the transportation options and go check out the other resorts. Do the monorail loop and check out all the monorail resort lounges. Do the Skyliner resort loop and check out the coffee shop at the Riviera. Take a boat from Disney Springs to go get Mickey beignets at the French Quarter. During the holidays, check out all the trees at all of the Disney resorts. There are some incredible trees, especially the Wilderness Lodge. There's gingerbread houses at Grand Floridian. Now, if you're going December 2025, the gingerbread house will not be in the lobby because it's under construction, but in 2026, I believe it should be back. During Easter, there's also decorated Easter eggs at the Grand Floridian lobby and at the Beach Club Resort. There are little tours and all kinds of things you can do. Hidden Mickey hunt at some of the resorts. There's so much to do outside of the theme parks that you have access to by using the free transportation. Now, before I get to my bonus tips, I just want to ask that if any of these tips that I've gone over so far have helped you at all, please like, and I hope that you'll subscribe. I have a lot of fun content coming up. I'm going on an insane trip in a month, doing Disney, Universal, a Royal Caribbean cruise, stopping at Sandals, doing a VIP tour. I'm doing so many things, and I can't wait to share tips, tricks, some vlogging, all of those things soon. This is my first video kicking off my channel. There are a couple old ones that I did a while back, but this is the first start to creating this channel. So I would love if you would please subscribe and support. The next video I'm doing, if you're curious about what your kids will be able to do in Walt Disney World, is going over all of the height requirements for every ride in Walt Disney World. I really hope you'll stick around and come back for that one. Now on to the bonus tips. This is going to be very heartfelt from me to you. Do not feel like a trip to Walt Disney World has to be all or nothing. I know that Walt Disney World is expensive to go to, but do not feel like you have to do a full week trip with 4+ park days, all of the things included, dining plan, and everything else that you can add on. It does not have to be like that. Walt Disney World is not going anywhere, at least I hope not. My first 4 trips to Walt Disney World were just visiting 1 or 2 parks. In fact, I went on a trip to only do Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party. It really doesn't have to be all or nothing, especially if your kids are young. Maybe you only want to do 1 or 2 parks and have a couple of days to enjoy the pool and all of those other things I talked about in this video. My other tip is, or mistake I guess, is don't assume a trip to Walt Disney World is going to be one and done for your family. Pretty much all but one family that I've planned for that has said to me, this is a one and done trip, that's why we're going so big with it, has already been to Walt Disney World again. In fact, the family that's at Walt Disney World right now, this is their 4th trip in 2 years. So don't assume it's a one and done trip and it has to be an all or nothing type of deal. That's all for today. Like I said, I hope one of these tips helped you, and if they did, please like and subscribe. I hope you'll stick around. Until next time, I'm Stephanie, and find a little magic in your everyday. Bye!